Ayo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio B. I'm Sean Anderson, the host of CHGO Bets Daily. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And alongside me from his lovely abode is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. What up, kid?
I'm good. You called me a kid. I appreciate it because I am older than you significantly, but yes, I appreciate it.
Hey,
I do appreciate it.
You know, as I told you yesterday, I'm on a heater. My betting honestly just never takes a turn for the worse. I am the greatest bettor in the history of betting. And kid, we'll look at the bank right now and we'll just prove to you, we'll look at where we sit. I sit at 50 cents. You sit at $41. Nice day, huh?
Oh my God. The hit parlay, baby, is 2-0 in its last 2. It wasn't even a sweat last night. I mean, I was worried about Dansby Swanson for a little bit. He didn't get a hit his first 2 at bats. So it was about halfway through the game. He didn't have a hit. But he did end up getting one in the middle innings as the Red Sox and Braves started scoring runs and stuff. So, yeah, the hit parlay worked out. What was it? Swanson, Charlie Blackmon. He got a hit in his second at bat, and then
Jose Ramirez.
Who was the other guy?
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Because I also ended up betting that. You won me money, Cody. So thank you.
And guess what? You guys bet Jose Ramirez to get a hit. I bet him 1.5 total bases. So he got a single and went 1 for 4.
It's the worst, man. It really is the worst. That's why I can't do it anymore. That's why I'm doing hit parlays, Sean. I can't do total base bets anymore. I can't take the singles and missing by a freaking base. The fact that a base, the fact that a walk isn't counted as a base pisses me off to no other. Because a walk is basically like getting a single. I don't know. I don't understand why those don't count. If those counted, man, we would make so much more money on these total base bets. But I just don't. You don't, clearly, as you just stated. I am petitioning to the MLB to change the rule. Thank you.
I mean, I don't even know if the MLB is that the MLB's jurisdiction to determine what is.
I just assume so. I just assume so.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think that it's how you factor into average and slugging, though. I mean, it's an average and slugging stat, not an on base stat. So it's just like a different stat. I don't know. I think I just need to ride the hit parlays with you because I did over 1.5 bases for Jose Ramirez. Horrible. The guy only got 1 hit. I mean, he didn't even walk. It's not like I can even complain. It's not even like there's a walk that I did not get counted for Jose Ramirez last night. He just couldn't hit Drew Hutchinson. Shoot me, God. This. It sucks.
That's why it sucks. That's why betting someone to just get a hit, one single person, one single bet, there's no point to it because the value is just not there. But if you do 3 or 4 hits with obviously with 3 or 4 different guys, there's some value there. There's some plus money. There's something that gets you up to want to tune into whatever game it is. That said, I mean, it didn't go well the first 4 tries, but the last 2, we're good. We're good. We're riding again today, baby.
All right. Well, we'll get to your hit parlay a little bit later. We're also talking Field of Dreams later. That's the bet. Cody's the bank. Cody's at $41. I'm at 50 cents. And I'll talk about the parlay that I'm putting my 50 cents down on. But first, we're going to be talking about the AFC South today. We're going to be looking at the PointsBet odds.
AFC East.
Oh, AFC East. My bad. I said AFC South. We did the AFC South
yesterday.
AFC East today. So we are going to be looking at the PointsBet future for the AFC East winner. The Buffalo Bills are the favorites at -210. Miami Dolphins coming in at the second favorites at +450. New England Patriots coming in at +475. And the New York Jets trailing in behind at +2,000. Cody, do the Jets interest you at all?
No, not really. No. Yeah. I do think they'll be a better team, but
I can see 5 wins.
They're going to be a bottom tier team, I think, but they won't be the worst team. Unless Zach Wilson really does take a huge step this year, and he was number 2 overall pick. We were talking about Trevor Lawrence yesterday. Zach Wilson, we've talked about him a little bit before because of off the field stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. It's the Jets. They haven't been good since Mark Sanchez was under center, and he's just famous for the butt fumble. So
and they
that's
weren't
all
even
I really
good.
Gotta say. Yeah, I mean they went to the AFC Championship game a couple times, right? But they didn't win.
Would you count that? Would you count that Jay Cutler Bears team as good? They lost in the NFC Championship game. I mean, I guess Caleb Haney still almost beat Aaron Rodgers and that team that won the Super Bowl. So
that team was good. With that said, though, it's not like the Bears have good teams year in and year out. So it's just like you savor the good times, man. Right. Of course, that season ended in a very, very depressing and sad and angry way, but
yeah, there's the 2 times they've gone to the NFC Championship game in our lifetime. We could cherish. So we could cross off the Jets. I don't like Zach Wilson as a quarterback, so I don't even think he's gonna help that team that much. I think that the Dolphins at plus 450. I'm surprised to see that they're the second favorites. I love the Patriots at plus 475. We talked about this before. Mac Jones did a decent job last year. We saw that weird photo. He's like super skinny now, and it's just like jarring to look at.
Yeah.
I like super skinny Mac Jones and Bill Belichick. That guy, pretty good at coaching at plus 475. I think the Bills are clearly the favorites, minus 210. I don't think there's any juice there to squeeze out of that unless you're betting like $100 and then you're going to get like 50 back and then you're going to have to wait 6 months to get that money back. Like what are we doing there? I think if you are truly looking for any money here, I think the Patriots the only smart money. If not, don't bet on the AFC East.
Yeah, see, the Patriots, like, I know Tom Brady's not there anymore, but for years and years the Tom Brady naysayers were always like crediting Bill Belichick with all of this. And I mean, there was that one year where Brady was suspended because of Deflategate or whatever for those first 4 games, and they threw Garoppolo out there, and then Jacoby Brissett, and I think they came out of that like those 4 games like 3-1 or something, and people are like, Belichick can win with anyone, and like. I mean, last year, Mac Jones was definitely more of a game manager type guy, but there was a part in the season where you really started to see him grow a little bit. That doesn't mean I think that he's going to be a top 10 quarterback this year, but he is perfect for the type of system that they run. They work the clock, they run the ball, and they ask Mac Jones to just make all the simple throws. That's basically all they did last year, and they went 10-7 with a first-year QB. I mean, this year they obviously they trade N'Keal Harry. Is it Harry? Yeah, N'Keal Harry to the Bears. But at receiver, they do have Devontae Parker now, which is, honestly an upgrade from a lot of guys that they've had outside of Julian Edelman in recent years, and obviously he retired. They still got Hunter Henry at tight end. They got Jonnu Smith at tight end. Like the team, like with Gronk, watching Gronk all those years, like they are clearly trying to bring that magic back with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. And Hunter Henry had a great year last year. I had him on my fantasy team, so I can attest to that. And then Damian Jones or Damian Harris is a solid running back. But obviously, they always just run different backs out there. If he fumbles in one game, he freaking gets put in the doghouse. But they just always make it happen with whoever. Like you look at the roster, and you're like, how is this team going to like be good? Like that was even with them with Tom Brady, and even last year, again 10-7 with a rookie quarterback. And you look at the roster, and you're like, maybe. Like there's nothing special about it.
They had
Belichick.
They had a run where they went 7-0 last year. Like they had a rough start. They started off 2-4, then went 7-0, and then had a rough finish, losing, going 1-3 in their last 4. But if they're a little bit more consistent, it's not even about talent really. It's just about being more consistent. I think that they're going to have a fine year. And you look at the way that they start off. Miami. I don't know if Miami's that good. You'll see in week 1 if they're that good. Then they play Pittsburgh, and who's their quarterback? It's either Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett, right? And Mitch Trubisky apparently is like awful in practice. Like that's all the Pittsburgh Steelers reporters are saying. So, and then they go up against the Ravens and Packers, right? They could be 2-2, but they could start 3-2 after week 5 against the Lions. And then they have the Browns, Bears, Jets, and Colts. Like, could they have 8 wins by week 10? I could see it. I could see them being 8-2, and and at that point they haven't had to play the Bills yet, and maybe the Bills have a bad injury. Like, I don't know. I could talk myself into plus 475 for the Patriots winning the AFC East. Any other team, not really outside of the Bills, but I'm not betting on the Bills at minus 210.
Right, yeah, minus 210. If you really like. If you're dead set on the Bills winning this division, remember last year they barely won it. I think the Bills finished what I said. The Pats finished 10-7, and the Bills finished 11-6. I mean, it's not like the Bills ran away with the division last year. So honestly, at minus 210, I don't understand why it's that high. I mean, yeah, the Bills, they have Josh Allen, and they've been in the playoffs the last couple of years, and Josh Allen has emerged as a top 5 quarterback in football, I think, or at least top 10. I'm not going to debate that, but. I
think we could say Josh Allen's top 5.
Yeah,
I think that's that big of a stretch.
I believe, yeah. But the point I'm getting at here is that, they took a step last year. They are probably a Super Bowl contender this year, but that's yet to be seen. It's not like they've proven it. They've gone out there and proven it. So, with that said, if you are if you really believe the Bills are going to win, then I would wait and see how the odds change throughout the year. Because, I mean, who knows? You see it every year. There's a team like the teams in the divisions that get hot at the beginning of the year, start 3-1, and people are like, oh, Super Bowl favorites or something like that. Maybe the Bills don't get off to a hot start like they're expected to. I mean, that they got off to a hot start last year and then got cold in the middle of the year, but then finished strong and won the division. But I would wait on that, or until then, bet the Patriots or the Dolphins, and then cash out if one of them are hot, and then see what happens if you can cash out at least. So, but yeah,
next level brain right there.
Yeah, I kind of like the Dolphins too, but it's hard because Tua just isn't proven yet. At least with freaking Mac Jones, you got the coach that's gonna put him in the right position to play well. They just I think the Dolphins made a huge mistake firing Brian Flores.
Right. I don't want Stephen Ross to have any success. Fuck that guy is an owner. That guy sucks. Seriously. That guy is horrible. Screw him. Screw his team.
I agree.
I hope they finish last behind the Jets in the AFC East. And the best way to bet on the AFC East is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO. Sorry, Cody, for cutting you off. If you do that right now, you get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from a CHGO locker. That's $2,000 of free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from a CHGO locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we'll help you out. And PointsBet's your home for live and play betting, and it just got even better. If you see an edge in the game you're watching, your favorite team is primed for a comeback, don't just watch the game, bet along with it live. There's more live betting, more live markets, and faster live cash outs with the PointsBet app. So what are you waiting for? It's time to elevate your live betting game. Download the PointsBet app right now and use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. And once again, once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. What did I cut you off with, Cody?
I mean, I didn't really have anything else much to say. I was just going to say that, the Dolphins at plus 450 is, if you want to bet on this, I just would not bet on the Dolphins. I mean, they haven't won the division this century. So I don't think, at least. I'm pretty sure the 1 year the Patriots this century. Yeah.
2008 they won it.
Did they?
Yeah, when Brady went down, that was the Wildcat year.
Okay, my bad. That makes sense.
That year sticks out very, very, very brightly to me. Yeah, Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams, Tony Sparano, R.I.P. Not Soprano, Tony Sparano. Ran the Wildcat and everything.
Running the Wildcat.
Disgusting.
Yeah, okay.
Tom Brady broke his leg in the first game because Bernard Pollard's a scumbag. A lot of things just happened that year. Anyways, Cody, you ready to talk about our bets tonight? Why don't we go through your hit parlay? I got a couple. I got one parlay for my 50 cents, and then we'll talk about the Field of Dreams game.
Okay. All right, Steven. Do you have a graphic for it?
What's up?
Yes, all right. There it is. There it is on the screen. We're rolling Jose Abreu, Corey Seager, and Paul Goldschmidt this afternoon. So Goldschmidt he's like destroyed Herman Marquez, and I mean he's obviously in the MVP race. There's been a lot of runs scored in this Cardinals Rockies series. If you don't want to do Goldschmidt, I mean, Arenado doesn't have great numbers against Marquez, but Goldschmidt has seen him a lot more because of his days with with Arizona. So that's why he's in there. It's like minus 350. I mean, it's like it might as well be a lock. Corey Seager, he has seen the guy he's going up against, I think 10 or 11 times. He's batting over 500 against him. And then Jose Abreu, I think, is batting around 300 against who they're facing off against the Royals today. So yeah, I mean, you put those together, it comes up to like plus 140. Use that boost, you get up to plus 160. $10 wins you 16. And if this hits, I'll be well over $50, and I'll be moving on up, guys. Like, again,
congratulations.
It's all about just getting the plus money and just like two of these three are minus 300 or more. Like this should hit. This is the lock hit parlay of the week, guys. Like I can't make a better hit parlay than this. I absolutely can't.
I like the Jose Abreu pick. I think you're riding well with that pick. He's been red hot and just going up against that slow shit from Zach Greinke.
Greinke, thank you.
I think it's a good one.
Yes.
You pick some brand names there, which I think is the smart thing for the hit parlay. I got one parlay for everybody. It's a 3-team money line parlay. I'm going with the Phillies. They're about to jump into action with the Marlins. They're red hot. Edward Cabrera is a very good pitcher for the Marlins, but I think just the Phillies are going to have enough to squeak it out. So I like the Phillies on the money line. I like the White Sox on the money line at minus 186, and I like the Diamondbacks on the money line. It's at plus 272, but with the points bet boost, we get it up to plus 302. 50 cents to win $2. And EV chiming in, Goldie versus Marquez in 40 plate appearances, a 382 batting average, 475 OBP, and a 794 slugging percentage. Jesus Christ, Paul Goldschmidt.
In Colorado. In Colorado.
So,
like, this has to hit. Like, if this parlay doesn't hit and it's because of him, then the baseball gods had it out for me. There's just no way that one doesn't hit in my eyes.
Well, here's something about the baseball gods, Cody, because I think that this is going to be a very interesting night over in Iowa. The baseball gods have given you the Field of Dreams game between the Reds and the Cubs because he hates baseball fans. Who the hell wants to watch this game in a boring-ass state like Iowa? Anyway, even for a trash-ass movie. Anyways, Cody, last year when the Yankees and White Sox played each other in the Field of Dreams game, Aaron Judge had 2 home runs, Giancarlo Stanton had a homer, Brett Gardner had a homer, Jose Abreu had a homer, Tim Anderson had a homer, Eloy Jimenez had a homer, and Sebi Zavala had a homer. You also can throw in 2 doubles from Tim Anderson and Luis Robert. There's going to be a ton of extra base hits tonight. Nick Lodolo, the starter for the Reds, 1.5 home runs per 9. Drew Smyly, 1.5 home runs per 9. It is the night. It is the game of all games to bet home run props, okay? Nico Horner at plus 700, I think you should take it.
Okay. All right. Nico Horner plus 750 looks like you can get it to hit a homer.
I must have read it wrong.
I was looking at the home run props, and I will say that I do like Jonathan India plus 450, and I do like Christopher Morel plus 500. Nico Horner plus 750. It's high because he just hasn't hit a lot of homers this year,
right?
But he did hit one yesterday, so
he hit one yesterday, and the reason why I'm picking him is because you got to make contact. He's one of the best on the Cubs at putting the barrel on the ball. He hits the shit out of the ball. I mean, usually he's hitting it at 100 miles per hour. And what I noticed last year, because of the way the whole field is set up, there's a slope going out to right field. And that, you remember the Tim Anderson walk-off homer went to right field. There were so many balls that if you aim to right field, there's just a jet stream that carries it out. So if The Cubs are smart. The Reds are smart. You take advantage of the jet stream. You see how many home runs were hitting that damn stadium last time.
Yeah.
Nico Horner hits the ball hard and in the air to right field. I'll take the shot at plus 750.
There you go. I like that. Well, with that said, too, then I kind of like Joey Votto at plus 370. It's not the greatest, it's not the best odds for a home run.
Left-hander,
but he's a left-handed hitter, and Joey Votto, he's probably just been looking forward to this game all season. I mean, I know he's having a down year for his standards, but he's going up against the Cubs, and they're at the Field of Dreams, and there's got to be something that is how is baseball this romantic, or how is it this romantic, or whatever the line is.
His dad passed away, and the movie reminds him of his father, and he was tweeting about it last night about movie making him cry, movie being so important to him and his baseball life. So I'm buying in on the narrative that Joey Votto might go yard today.
Okay. Well, with your speak of all of the the offense, there being a lot of offense, PointsBet, the odds for guys to just get a hit, there's actually a lot of really good value. You can get Morel at minus 180. I mean, most hit props are minus 200 or more, but you can get Morel at minus 180. You can get Jose Barrero at minus 150. I mean, I don't know how good he is.
You can get Jose Barrero at 150.
Here's even better. You can get Nelson Velasquez at plus 100. And I have been screaming on CHGO Cubs for David Ross to put Nelson Velasquez in the lineup every single freaking day. And when he's in the lineup, he's hitting the ball hard. So if he's in the lineup today, the moment that lineup comes out, and if Nelson Velasquez is in it, you should go to PointsBet and place whatever you want on Nelson Velasquez plus 100 to get a hit. Because to me, that's free money. That really is free money. You can get Patrick Wisdom at minus 120. I mean, the only ones that are minus 200 or more are Contreras, Suzuki, Nick Senzel, even Madrigal's at minus 200. But there's so many other hitters here that India minus 240. There's so many other hitters here where there's at least some decent value. I mean, it's not like a home run prop or anything, but again, it's not the worst. So, that's just for hits. Now that you have talked me into how there's going to be so much offense, apparently, I think I like the over at I like the over at 9 at minus 115.
17 runs scored last year total.
Yeah, I like the over. So Joey Votto has a good launch angle versus Drew Smyly, 23.4. That's good enough to get out. So I do like Joey Votto at plus 370 to hit a homer. He hasn't hit him hard, but maybe that will change. Alberto Mora has gotten some lift against Mr. Drew Smyly here. Maybe going Oppo. Revenge game narrative. Yeah, thank you very much. We're on the same wavelength here. And then Nick Senzel at 12.7 and has a 97 average exit velocity. He's at plus 550. He hasn't been hitting the ball well, Nick Senzel, since the All-Star break. I think he has 3 extra base hits. So that's not great, Bob. 4 extra base hits for Nick Senzel. But plus 550, I don't know. He's got a homer previous off Drew Smyly. Also, Aristides Aquino has 3 homers off Drew Smyly lifetime. But he's been horrible this year. He has an OPS plus of 38, so I don't know if you want to even touch him.
Yeah, I mean, with all this, I'm not surprised. Drew Smyly, he's actually been way better for the Cubs than anyone really expected, and it makes me mad that they weren't able to trade him. But whatever. I mean, he's a left-handed soft tosser. I mean, and all these guys outside of Votto that you mentioned, right-handed hitters. I mean, so yeah, I like it.
Has Happer been bad? Why is he at plus 600 to hit a homer?
He only has 9 homers on the year, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I mean,
shit.
Is Nick Lodolo? Is he right-handed or left-handed? Left-handed. That's not plus 600 is not bad value either, because Happ he's hit well off, or he's hit well batting right-handed this year. So he hasn't. I mean, I think he only has out of his 9 home runs, only like maybe 2 or 3 are from the right hand side. But his batting average is high from the right side. Like he's been getting hits doing it. So like maybe a 2+ hits game for Happ or something like that. I don't really know, but I'm also looking at the pitching props. Drew Smyly under 4.5 strikeouts at +120. You know, we've basically just been sitting here talking about how Drew Smyly sucks. So you know,
versus right-handed pitching as a left-handed batter, 7 homers. Versus left-handed pitching as a right-handed batter, 2 homers. But his OPS is much higher. So he's got a 330 batting average on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's been killing it from the right side this year.
I think there's a lot of options here, but there's going to be a lot of runs. So I think that's the play tonight.
The lock is the over then. That's
all right. The lock is the over. Over 9 at -115. I like it.
For how much money people are paying to go see this game, I hope for their sake that the over hits.
I hope so too. I hope it's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, for everybody's
for this
sake,
game,
you know,
ridiculous.
It's the final one, so you know, make it count, folks.
Yeah, until 2024, perhaps we don't know. But
yeah, maybe we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the CHGO Bets Daily podcast. Thank you for tuning in and listening to our Field of Dreams coverage, our AFC East coverage, and Cody's hit parlay coverage. Best of luck in your third straight win. Come
on, we need it. We need it.
Let's go Goldie. Let's go Abreu and Corey Seager.
Come on.
Best of luck at +160.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. We're back.
Follow Cody on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Follow the bets account at CHGO_bets. We got the CHGO White Sox podcast starting in about 20 minutes. It's the pregame show for the Royals and White Sox to preview Cy Cease versus Zach Greinke. Talk to you later, Cody. Have fun with the Field of Dreams stuff. What time's that all starting with you?
Pregame at 5:30, I believe.
Okay. Nick Madrigal to hit a home run +1200.
It's going to be a no for me, dog.
All right.
But he has been hitting well lately. Maybe take the 2+ hits if he's in the lineup. He's finally hitting, guys. It took him till August, but he's finally hitting.
Hey, Nelson Velasquez is the one that you said. So if he's in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
In the starting lineup.
If Velasquez is in there, if he's in there, bet you slam it. Slam Velasquez +100 to get a hit if he's in the lineup.
Appreciate you, Cody. We'll talk to everybody tomorrow when we are millionaires after betting on home run props in the Field of Dreams game. Talk to you tomorrow. See you.